to Aura Home Design. In today's video, we're diving into the world of Scandinavian boho living, where simplicity meets soulful charm. We'll take you on a full apartment tour packed with light, airy, and budget-friendly ideas. Don't forget to like, comment your favorite feature, and subscribe for more cozy design inspiration every week. Scandinavian boho is the perfect blend of clean, functional Nordic design and the warmth of bohemian textures, colors, and organic shapes. It's a lifestyle that invites relaxation, personality, and simplicity all in one breath. As we enter the apartment, we're welcomed by a soft, neutral palette. Think whites, beiges, and subtle grays. Light wooden floors and natural daylight flooding in from large windows set a calm, grounded tone from the very start. The entryway is small but thoughtfully styled. A narrow wooden bench with cozy cushions doubles as storage, while woven baskets catch everyday clutter. A minimal coat rack and rattan mirror add character without taking up space. heart of the apartment is an open-plan living and dining area. Floating shelves, linen curtains, and layered rugs help separate spaces visually while keeping the entire area breathable and open. In the living area, a light gray sofa is dressed in cream and sand-tone pillows. A textured throw blanket softens the look, while a reclaimed wood coffee table adds earthy balance to the modern structure. A boho-style gallery wall draws attention without overpowering the room. Think botanical prints, line art, and woven wall hangings, arranged asymmetrically for an organic, lived-in feel. Indoor plants play a big role in bringing life and color into this space. From hanging pothos to tabletop succulents, greenery breaks up the neutral palette while staying true to the natural theme. Scandinavian boho design. Here, warm-tone table lamps, a woven pendant light, and fairy string lights create layered illumination that's cozy from day to night. A small nook becomes a perfect reading escape with a vintage rattan chair, textured poof, and a standing lamp. Add a soft rug underfoot and a mini side table, and you've got a moment of peace. Scandinavian boho thrives on handmade touches, ceramic vases, handwoven baskets, and driftwood art pieces all add soul to the space. Nothing feels mass-produced, even if it's budget-friendly. The dining area features a light oak table with mixed seating, white chairs on one side and a soft bench on the other. A linen runner, candle holders, and dried flowers keep the setup airy yet personal. From jute rugs to linen tablecloths, natural textures add depth without creating clutter. Layering these materials keeps the space warm and visually interesting. The kitchen is small but mighty. Open shelving replaces upper cabinets to reduce visual weight. Glass jars, wooden cutting boards, and neutral-toned ceramics add to the Scandinavian boho charm. Color is used sparingly and intentionally. Muted earthy tones like terracotta, sage, and mustard show up in pillows, art, and textiles to gently warm the palette. The bedroom is designed as a retreat. A platform bed with light linen bedding sits against a soft white wall. Textured pillows, macrame decor, and a woven rug bring the boho vibes without overcrowding the space. of a traditional headboard, a wooden shelf acts as both headboard and display. It holds books, plants, and framed prints, making it functional and aesthetic. A neutral color palette doesn't mean boring. Layered bedding, knitted throws, and pillow arrangements create a cozy, welcoming bed that invites you to slow down. To save space, underbed storage boxes and wall-mounted nightstands offer practical solutions without disturbing the visual lightness of the room. A simple wooden desk paired with a minimal chair and a corkboard turns a corner into a tidy, inspirational workspace. Floating shelves keep essentials close, while decor keeps the vibe soft. is about storytelling through decor. Think vintage quilts, patterned cushions, and fabric with ethnic prints, all integrated subtly within the Scandinavian frame. It's not just about how the space looks, but how it feels. Scented candles, soft music, and essential oil diffusers help elevate the cozy, lived-in atmosphere. This apartment brings together functionality, calm, and character, all within a realistic, budget-friendly approach. Scandinavian Boho proves that warmth doesn't require clutter, and style doesn't need splurging. You don't need to renovate to start. Begin with textures, then layer in natural elements, and slowly add meaningful pieces. A single corner can set the tone for your whole space. We hope this Scandinavian boho apartment tour inspires your next cozy refresh. If you love the look, give us a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments, and hit that subscribe button for more home design tours and budget styling tips. Until next time, stay inspired with Aura Home Design.